Now let's take a look at how we can use cupping to free up your client's quads. Our model is an athlete, and he's a kickboxer, if I remember correctly. Is that correct? Kickboxer? Okay. So he's extremely tight, especially around the knee. But he's supposed to be tight. This is what's protecting his body when he is in practice and in combat. So we want to make sure that we keep the leg loose, but still keep the integrity of the muscles intact. As you can see, the client is right up next to the table, and we need him there because after we apply the cups, we're going to come in and we're going to stretch out that leg. Come in, we're going to get him nice and draped. Let's loosen that up a little bit. Take your client, nice lunge, pull it up nice and tight. Bring this up. Is that pretty good? All right. Tuck it in a little bit there. Great. I'm going to grab my lotion. And remember to don't be chintzy with your lotion. Put it on, especially on guys. You can see they've got excess hair. That hair can be a contributing factor of getting those cups to stick. So as I apply, what I'm doing is I'm also feeling. And I can feel he's really tight across the top of the knee and over his attachments. Okay. Okay. Coming in, grab my towel. Let's get the oil off our hands. And I'm going to bring in all of my cups for right now. Probably only need a portion of them. So we need to place these on the client size appropriate. If I try to place this large cup, the largest extra large cup, on his adductor, it won't be very comfortable for him. So we're actually going to place that on the lateral side of the quads. Here we go. Okay? All right. Come down to the next size, under it, start in the center, and be very careful. Sometimes it's too tender to actually drag that cup, so I'm going to lessen the space. Still good? Okay. So now remember, we're getting close to that femoral triangle, so you don't want to put a stationary cup there. Next, size appropriate. Come in and draw it over. Whoops. There we go. So I'm checking my cup. This is on really strong. We've got that sunken in, so we know it's on tight. I'm going to get the other size. I'm going to switch because I've got a purple one, and I like this size for the medial side of the adductors here. There we go. Okay? All right. Come down, last but not least. And I want to get these on real snug over those attachments. There we go. Good? All right. Working theory, these cups would be on there for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes preferably. You can loosen them in between. And then once these cups are on there for 10 minutes and you're checking back with your client, making sure that he's not uncomfortable, give him a little stretch outward. And now I'm going to come in and support the client's knee, let it come off the table, and bring him into a stretch. Is that good? Can you feel that? All right. And I can take my foot and use it and draw back the leg, increasing that stretch. support and stretch. All right. And for filling purposes, I'm working from this side, but I normally work on the same side of the table as his leg when I place the cups. Makes it a little bit easier. I don't have to reach as much. So take the cups off. They've been on now for about 12 minutes in reality. Come on over here. Wipe my hands off again. And now I'm going to come down to the curved cup. And I'm going to come down to the just above his knee where those attachment lies and start working that a little bit more. So when you work hamstrings and you work the quads, always start by working across. This is a lot like working the IT band. It's a great idea to open up that IT band before you start working. And this hand is a distraction. I can use that to warm up tissue, but it's also a great distraction for your client, which you can tell. Does that feel completely different when I'm not using my other hand? It's not as comfortable though. All right. Ooh, this feels good. Lift. It's really loosening up nicely. Then we're going to do the same thing on the inside, but be very careful when you're working on those adductors. They are very, very tender. And clients will start tapping out, kicking. So work to their degree of comfort. I don't have it on quite as tight, suction-wise. And now we're going to come down and work those attachments as well. And now if I can, I'm going to start passing over. And you can see why this cup is so effective is because it's rounded. And it's actually one of my very favorite cups to use on the legs and on uneven surfaces. Okay. Now we can take the cup, anchor, keep anchoring behind, and moving up. You good with that? Okay. I was telling my clients, this isn't a massage that's supposed to kill you. Be honest with me. If it bothers you, tell me. I don't subscribe to no pain, no gain. If it hurts too bad, there's a reason. There we go. Last thing what we're going to do, remember, we're going to drain. So on the inside, I'm going to lightly come up, and you're going to know your clients. I have clients that don't like light touched. They feel like they're being petted. So I tell them what I'm doing so they don't think that that's a massage that they're getting. I just tell them I'm draining the fluid, and it requires a light touch. So, but everything's all nice and loosened up. There you go. There you go. That's how you work the quads.